countdown is on. "1,000 miles. And there we go, 1,000 miles on it. And yeah, so time to do a little review. A 1,000 miles. So let's take a look and see some of the things that have worked out real well, some of them that have not. Now there's actually probably a little over 1,000 miles on the bike itself, because I'll take it out several times without even putting the battery on it. But let's just go ahead and assume that we're right around the 1,000 mile mark. So we're going to talk a little bit about things that have kind of surprised me that we've had to kind of work out. And one of the first things was I lost part of the kickstand. So we had to replace that. Not really all that great of a deal, but we had to do it. Now the motor. When I first got going on this, the motor was coming loose several times, and it wasn't really a difficult thing to take off the crank and tighten it back up, but it was becoming a constant thing. And so what I found was at California e-bikes, they have this torque arm, and I've just hose clamped it back to the swing arm. I guess they call that a chainstay on a bicycle. You can actually bolt it on there, but I did not want to mess with the integrity of the frame by drilling a hole through there. But what this does is it just locks that motor into place. It allows it to, it does not allow it to get any kind of movement whatsoever. And so we've not had a bit of problem with that from the time we installed that. Pedals are still the stock pedals, and I'm probably going to keep them for a little bit. They seem to be working out just fine for me. We did add a bicycle pump on here, and I would not put one of these on my fat tire bike, because there's no way in the world I would want to try and pump up one of them fat tires with that little tiny pump. With 1,000 miles, well, the back tire is getting down there pretty bad, and we've got another tire sitting there that we're going to go ahead and replace that any time now coming up. It's just a matter of getting the time to go ahead and replace it. This is the seat that I use almost exclusively now, and it is the stock seat for the Eco-Trick fat tire bike. I use a different seat on it, and we use an under the saddle tool bag for that from Rockbro, and that's where all my tools are kept. I also keep a spare chain in there. Mid drives are notoriously supposed to be difficult on your chain and your drive system. Well, we've not had the first problem with it. I did purchase a specified e-bike chain. I'm not sure if I still have the stock one on here and the e-bike chain is in the bag, or if it's the e-bike chain on here and the stock one is in the bag. But I do try and be very cautious when I'm shifting gears. Up front here, we use the Rockbros top tube bag, and that's what I put my phone in as well. Now I don't use the phone holder on the handlebars for right now. This bag actually is just holding the stuff for filming the videos. Other than that, there's nothing else in there besides my phone. And we have our GoPro mount up here, and I've been pretty pleased with that. We're kind of experimenting a little bit more with chest mounts and things of that nature. And we also went back to the stock Bontourage handlebars, and there is a video out on that for the entire reason that I did that. And we've got our lights up here because I do quite a bit of riding very, very early in the morning before the sun ever comes up. And so we like to have good lighting. And between the three lights up here, we have really good lighting. The front tire, we ended up with a flat tire at one point somewhere, and so we replaced it, and I actually bought two tires. I just didn't get around to putting the back one on there yet, but we've been real pleased with this with the tire that we put on here. And so I assume I'm going to be just as happy with the one with the other one when we put it on the back. Our brakes, back brakes are still stock. The front brake pads we replaced, and the only reason we replaced them is because I went through some, I don't know if it was oil or what it was, but something that contaminated them and made them squeak pretty bad, and I just didn't like that. So I went ahead and cleaned the disc and replaced the pads, and we've not had any other problems with it since then. So that's where we sit right now. What's future hold? Well, we're going to keep strolling along with this bike. I'm just loving every minute of riding it. We're going to put a new back tire on it. Like I said, we've already got the tire, and we're going to keep looking for different little improvements to make on it. But you know, more importantly, I'm just going out there and going to be enjoying this bike. We've got the programming cable that we can jump into that and make it stronger or change around the parameters, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with everything just the way it is. Now, I don't know if you can see the tape on the battery right here, but I will caution everybody, do not ride your bike and start to immediately charge it up. That is not a good way to go. And what happened when I did that was I developed about 3 cracks in the battery casing. We taped it up, and it's never given me another problem since, and we've probably done 400 or 500 miles since then, so I don't anticipate it'll be another problem, but it certainly could be. Well, there you have it, 1,000 miles on a Trek Marlin 7 with a Bafang BBS02 installed. Would I change up anything about the way we went about this? You know, I don't think so. I'm pretty satisfied with everything exactly the way it came out. Yeah, I don't think I would change anything. I'm like a kid at Christmas. Every time I step onto this thing, just having a blast. Now, does that mean nothing else is going to change on it? Absolutely not. As we find new things, and we're going to put new things on, take some old things off, and make some changes, make some modifications. You know, this is an ongoing journey of what we're into right here. And the best way for you to keep track of how we run that journey is to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified of when we bring a new video out. So until that time, Internet, I can tell you from right here in sunny North Carolina, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.